Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday Show. I'm Hammer, and I'm joined with my two favorite Wednesday Show hosts, Genty Maxi.
Hello.
And Terry Diamantis.
Hello.
How you doing, Terry?
I'm all right. I'm surprisingly lacking in fatigue, so things going well.
How you doing, Jen?
I'm good. Not used to the cold yet.
And how are you, Hammer?
I am well, but we have some interesting news for the weather for people who weren't listening on Rumble. First of all, shame on you. But for people joining us on YouTube, I'm in a position where from 7 o'clock tonight till 7 a.m. this morning, I'm in a weather advisory alert for wind. They're talking 10 to 20 miles an hour with gusts up to 55. Now I'm at the top of a mountain here with wires everywhere. So whenever it gets windy outside, that's the only time I ever lose power. Now we've made it 2 hours. I got my fingers crossed almost the entire time. If it gets to be a problem and the power goes out here, I'll say goodnight, and that'll be the end of the stream for Wednesday. We'll just have to pick us up again next Wednesday. So just to let everyone know ahead of time that it is a potential problem.
That is fair enough. I don't think anyone will fault you for terminating the stream if you lose power. I think that's quite understandable.
I do have a couple of UPSs. I have one running my rig, and I have another one running my switches and routers and all that kind of stuff. So I have two separate units that are going to try to keep me up. I probably should use different terminology. That will probably keep the stream running and give me time to let everyone know what happened and to shut the stream down properly, including my computer. So you'll at least know what's going on. It's not going to just out of nowhere and be gone. So at least you'll have that. Before we get to the topics, why don't we say hello to everybody in chat?
Okay. So over on Rumble, we have Blue-Eyed Scream. We have Green Badger. I cannot confirm indoors or outdoors. He hasn't specified.
Mm-hmm.
We have Kivadan. And that might be everyone. I only see those three. So hello to those three.
All right. Let me just make sure I'm back on live chat, because if you refresh anything, it just resets that shit. Hello, Hammer.
Hello.
Hi, Keep It In. Hi, Micah. Hi, Jay Bleezer. Hi, Blue Ice Cream. Hi, Tay.
Yeah.
And the Blakester. Hello, Blakester. And that's it.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll go over the topics real quick. First topic is Cheney. For those people who don't know, Dick Cheney it has passed.
Oh.
So rest in peace, Dick Cheney. Nobody shot him with a shotgun.
Yeah.
He just died of natural causes.
And that means all that's left is his scary daughter. That's good.
Yeah.
The plane takeoff on Fantasy Island. The FFA is going to limit air traffic if the shutdown continues past Friday. So there's that. UPS. A UPS plane crashed. Caught fire midair, lost an engine, turned 90 degrees, and then crashed into the ground. Killed 12 people so far.
Jeez.
Yeah. And one I didn't add was the plane too. No, I got rid of that one. I have the fourth one is wins ? Dems win. Mandami won. Dems win in all of their races because they were all Democrat states in Democrat cities. So
yes,
for those who don't understand, duh, of course they're going to win.
Yeah.
But of course, the media is saying, "Oh, this is a big thing for Trump to realize that all these people won." Yeah, but they're all Democrats in Democrat cities. Of course, they're going to win.
Yeah. The one I've seen everyone freaking out about is that Mamdani, whatever his name is, where everyone's don't mess with the Zoran or whatever it's called. But yeah, like everyone's saying, he's a communist, which I think he basically is. Like, he says he's a democratic socialist, which is like fancy talk for communist.
Right.
But yeah, so I think that's the one everyone's like worried about. But I don't know. It seems like he's just a mayor. It doesn't seem like that's a position of enough authority to really.
He's not a governor. You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, he's going to ruin New York City, and
of course he is.
I'm here for it. I would prefer that he
ruin. What do you want?
I want him to do as much damage and destroy New York City as he could possibly do. That way, every young person who calls for socialism can see what it does.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, "Oh, what about Venezuela? What about Cuba?" and then not knowing what you're talking about, you can now say, well, "What about New York City?" Because it just happened, and it's right here in the United States.
And that's basically V's attitude. Is he says everyone should have to live through 5 years of communism. Any more than that would be cruel. But 5 years just so they know the extent to which it fucks everything up, and then they'll never want it again.
What I'm interested in seeing the most is the grocery stores.
Oh, yeah, the government grocery stores.
The deal with grocery stores is he's going to have state-run grocery stores, and that never works. I'm sorry, Assassin of the Gray says he has family in New York City. Get him out of there, man.
Yeah.
Get him out of there. I mean, that's what everyone's doing. Everyone's leaving.
Assassin also says Mamdani also supports terrorism. We already know he's on the left. You don't have to tell us, dude.
But he supports all kinds of stuff. He supports prostitution. Can you believe that? Defunding the police and prostitution.
I mean, I think prostitution is an interesting one because I don't think any woman should do it, but I do think they should be allowed to do it. I think it's not a good thing. I don't think anyone should do it. But, I mean, if you want to fuck your life up, I don't think the government should stop you.
There's a Star Trek movie where the Klingons board the Enterprise and they're trying to take over. And the guy says, the computer is the only thing talking. And the captain of the Klingon ship says, let me hear it. And it's counting down. And it's Christopher Plummer, I think, playing the part. I can't remember exactly who it is. But then he screams, get out of there. Yeah. I wish I had that queued up for tonight, because if we're talking about what's happening in New York, just get out, man. If you can, get out there, be safe. Move to Florida. They don't have low taxes. They have relatively no crime. There's no woke bullshit there. It's a safe haven. Just don't bring your politics with you. Yeah, that's right. Assassin of the Gray has it right on the dot. Perfect statement. Supporting prostitution is supporting human trafficking, and human and child trafficking. So yeah. Yeah.
Well, I guess in my mind, when I'm thinking prostitution, I'm thinking OnlyFans whores. But yeah, I mean, that is definitely a problem associated with prostitution. I
like having Assassin of the Gray in our chat, because he always corrects me with the correct information quickly.
Yeah, he's very good.
GBO Green Badger did it over on whatchamacallit, on Rumble. But I love having both of you guys out here. You just haven't been around for a while.
Yeah. And Assassin is saying it's Christopher Lloyd, who was
it's Christopher Lloyd. That's what Green Badger said as well. But what I have to do is make more mistakes. That way you guys can keep correcting me and I look like an idiot.
Yes.
Like the idiot.
So that's why my favorite Beatles song is Start Me Up. And then they can they can correct me.
That would be I was thinking about one time setting up something where I would have clickable icons that would play clips and stuff like that. I kind of abandoned it. But get out of there would probably be a good one.
See, for me, I think those soundboards, they have to be used very sparingly. Otherwise, they just ruin streams.
And they have to be perfectly timed too.
Yeah.
If you wait and click on it, nothing happens, blah, 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 and everyone's waiting to hear the sound, then it becomes shit. But if you can just pop it right in there when you need it.
Yeah. And like the perfect example of that is there's a YouTube channel, Better Bachelor, and he'll actually say, "Let me look for my Greta sound clip," and like by the time he finds it, the moment's passed.
Yeah. Yeah. Matt Christensen isn't so bad, but he uses it way too much.
Mhm.
He uses like 15 times a stream. It's like, man, use it 3 or 4, and that's
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But he uses a
Yeah.
bunch before the show. The whole intro is just a bunch of clips one after another.
See, that's okay. I don't mind that because it's the introduction. It's not going to interfere
Mm.
with the stream itself. But if you're disrupting the actual talking part of the stream to play sound clips, you might want to keep that pretty limited.
Yeah, I like the last one he uses. It's the last one in every stream that he does. Is Tucker Carlson say, "Fuck it, we'll do it live." Because you know how Tucker is when he gets excited, he gets kind of, his voice goes all up and down. It's kind of sing song, you know.
Did Tucker say that as well, or did?
Yeah, it was somebody else who did it first, and then Tucker made fun of it by doing it himself. Yeah, it was Bill O'Reilly, exactly. And then, but he did it in anger. Tucker did it in exasperation, and he was mocking Bill O'Reilly when he did it. So it's much funnier hearing Tucker do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I knew the famous one was not Tucker Carlson, so I just was not sure if Tucker had said it as well, or if.
Well, the thing that made Bill O'Reilly so much better was there was video with it.
Yes.
There's no video of Tucker. He did it on.
Okay.
He did it on an audio only thing, so there's no video of him saying it. But you know how he gets when he's excited. His voice goes all up and down.
Yes, he does. 6 in chat points out that Matt Christensen likes flannel shirts, which does seem to be the case from available evidence.
Yeah. Did you see that he shaved his head?
Yeah, I did.
Dude, I understand you got a little patch. Believe me, the patch was better than having a bald head. You look weird. You look literally like an egg with a beard on it.
Yes, I think every man, even if they're like going slightly bald, should have hair. Like I think, like it's
if
one
you don't
thing
have it on your head, have it on your chest. If you don't have it on your chest, you're gonna have it on your back.
I mean hair on their head. Like I don't like I'm starting to go bald, so I'm going to shave my head. I don't think that is a good idea.
There are some guys who
you'd rather a comb over.
I think there are zero people who look better bald.
I think The Rock looks better bald. If you see a picture of him when he had hair, he doesn't look right by comparison because we're so used to seeing him bald. And same thing with Picard. They had him in an episode where they put hair on him because they were trying to make him look young, and it looks silly.
No, I mean that's only because you're so used to his image is of the bald man. The same with like Terry Crews. But I think they look better with hair. Like if you find pictures of them back when they were young and still had hair, they look, in my opinion, they look better. It's just that their image is of the bald person, so that's in people's head.
They look younger, so you're going to immediately be more attractive because you're younger. But
yeah, but I mean that's the only comparison I can make. I'm not going to be able to like see them with hair because they're not going to grow their hair. They want to be bald.
I do look better with hair because I do have a picture of me and my wife on my mantle. And so I got to see myself when I was, early 30s. And I'm like, yeah, I looked much better then.
No, I just think it looks better with hair on your head. It's one thing if like you go bald naturally, like you can't help that. But the people who get insecure about going bald and just shave their head, I don't think that's a good look. I think you're better off just admitting you've got a bald patch and just deal with it.
Patrick Stewart has a weird head?
I suppose he does.
Don't know. I never really paid much attention to it. I mean, he's always been Picard. So he's always in character. When I see him out and about in other venues and stuff like that, he is not Picard. That's definitely a character that he plays. He is not stolid and
of course not.
Abrupt and any of that kind of stuff. He's very gregarious and laughing and making stupid jokes and cursing. He was on Graham Norton once, and he was talking about how he was or was not circumcised.
Oh God!
He thought he was, and he went to the doctor, and he said to the doctor, "Am I circumcised?" And the doctor looked at him and looked him in the face and said, "Not."
Yeah.
And he told that story on Graham Norton. Pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, I just assume that actors are not the same as the characters that they play. I think that's fairly safe assumption.
Yeah, a lot of people kind of do that, though. They I don't know if that's the right word, but they kind of anthropomorphize, whatever that word is.
Yeah.
They try to make the character the person, and it's not the person.
Yeah. It's like the women who fall in love with like soap opera actors. It's like they think the actor is going to be exactly the same in real life. And like,
yeah,
no, like,
yeah. Who was the girl who played Phoebe on Friends?
Lisa Kudrow.
Yeah, Lisa Kudrow. Have you ever seen her outside of her Friends and just in a conversation or something like that?
No, the only other thing I've seen Lisa Kudrow in was it Mad About You, where she played Ursula, which became Phoebe's sister in Friends.
Yeah, she was. There was a television show that would go back in your lineage. It was kind of like a 23andMe kind of thing. I can't think of the name of the show, but she was one of the people who they focused an episode on, and she was not a dumb blonde. She absolutely was not a dumb blonde. She was sharp, quick, good humor, well-tempered, just all around very impressive. I was like, boy, are you not the person you played before.
And Kividem says, who's the boy who played Ross? That would be David Schwimmer, is the actor who played Ross in Friends.
He is a lot like his character, though. He is kind of I've seen him on red carpets and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
He isn't that far. There are certain actors who are basically their characters.
Well, Hate Camel says, as long as you're not talking about someone like Ryan Reynolds, Jason Bateman, or Nicolas Cage, because he expects them to act exactly like their characters.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Nick Cage is pretty much the same in every. That's because of his voice.
Though I have to be honest, it was tempting to say Jesse Waters as the actor who played Ross in Friends, because he does look quite similar.
There is a resemblance. I see it now that you mention it. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. There are some actors. Yeah. There are some actors that are definitely like their characters, but they don't have to work too hard to act because they're really not that good of an actor. No matter where they go. Like the girl who played Rachel, she's been in movies and stuff like that. She plays Rachel all the time. She's still Rachel.
Yeah, she does. So, that's Jennifer Aniston for the people who don't know. And Frosted Glass says Matthew Perry isn't like his character either. His character is alive.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty harsh. True, funny, but harsh.
That's why I like Frosted. He's very funny.
But
Six is saying that Jack Black plays Jack Black in every Jack Black movie.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
Yeah, he did what was the one where he subbed as a high school or a grade school teacher? He did a movie.
Was it School of Rock? Is that the one?
School of Rock. Yeah, and then he did a movie with John Cusack where he played a record store employee, and it was exactly the same person. The only thing different was the name, but he did all the same moves that he does all the time. It was like, oh my god, the same guy.
There's a lot of them like that.
Is it Empire Records? I can't remember. I think Empire Records is the one with Liv Tyler. I think that's a different movie.
I haven't seen a movie, so I can't tell.
It doesn't matter.
But I do agree that Jack Black basically plays the same character in everything he's in.
Yeah. Sasha should be able to come up with the names of these movies here any second.
High
Fidelity.
High Fidelity.
Six got it. Uh-oh. Now there's a war on between Six and Assassin of the Grey. Who can correct the host faster? That was a great movie, by the way. High Fidelity. Great movie. The soundtrack was amazing. They picked all the right songs for all the right points in the movie.
And Assassin says Adam Sandler plays a bitchy, money-grubbing man-child in every movie.
Yeah. Little Nicky, which bombed. The reason they probably bombed is because he didn't do that.
Yeah.
it's his charm to play that guy. What was the movie he was in? Was it not Blended? It was there was a movie where he played a responsible adult.
I couldn't tell you.
I can't
The
remember.
only Adam Sandler movies I know are
Spanglish. That's what
oh,
it's
okay.
called.
Okay. I know Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, and Click. Those are the 3 Adam Sandler movies that, like, if you ask me to name Adam Sandler movies, those are the only 3 that come immediately to mind.
The other weird one would be Jim Carrey, because like when he's doing comedy, it is kind of the same skit,
Yeah.
but he has done serious stuff before. So I'm like,
Yes.
you know, it's not like he doesn't have the range. It's just
Well, I think typically, because someone in chat was saying that typecast actors always feel boring, and he prefers actors who have range. I think a lot of the time it's not even the actor's decision to become typecast. It's just that that's the only thing that people want to hire them for. Is like it's like, oh wow, you did really well as Ross in Friends. I've got a character who's just like Ross in Friends. You're perfect for it, and they end up being typecast.
Jim Carrey did the Truman Show. Not a comedy, and he did a very good job of it. It's lauded as an excellent movie. He also did a movie. I'm not sure if it was called 13 or if the movie was called Numbers.
23.
20 was 23. Okay, I was in the ballpark. I'm getting tired of being wrong. He did an excellent job in that movie, though it wasn't commercially successful.
Yeah, I didn't mind the number 23. It's a kind of a goofy premise that like the number 23 keeps showing up everywhere, but I mean it was a decent enough movie. I didn't mind it.
Adam Sandler is a much better person than he is an actor because his acting is pretty repeatable. But if you ever watch him, he never dresses up in suits and stuff like that. He's always got a pair of shorts on. He goes to his friend's basketball court and plays all the time. He donates salaries from movies directly to homeless shelters and shit like that. He's a good guy. He might be a goof, but in real life, he's a really, really good person.
I have heard that he's like a genuinely good person in real life.
And he doesn't make any bones about it. He doesn't tell anybody about it. He just does it.
Yeah. The other one like that is Steve Buscemi, where like he just volunteered to help out after 9/11, like because he's like a trained firefighter, and like he just volunteered. Like he didn't tell anyone that it was him. Like obviously the story eventually got out, but
obviously if you see him, you know who he is.
Yeah, but like he didn't like publicize it. He's just like he just turned up and started helping.
Yeah, there are actors out there that you can respect that are actually really good people. You never really hear what their politics are or anything. They don't.
The other one, there was another one with Steve Guttenberg where he was helping out. He was moving cars. Like I think there was like a fire in California or something like that, and he's just like helping move cars. And like he was on the news saying, please leave your keys in the car if you're going to abandon the car because it helps us move them out of the way. And like the news interviewer didn't even realize who it was, and then he says, and sorry, what was your name again, sir? And he's like, Steve Guttenberg. And then like the reporter's just like, oh.
All right. Yeah, you got to be able to separate a person's work from the person who they are. If their movies are awful, then they don't do a good job at their job, but that doesn't mean that they're not a good person. So
yeah, of course.
And then you got Tom Cruise, who I suspect is a crazy motherfucker, but he's a damn good actor.
Yeah. No, I mean,
for the movies that he does.
People who are good actors but are psychos in real life. That's the standard.
Maybe I should take that back. I said to Jen for the movies that he does, but if you sit back and look at the movies that he does, he is pretty what's the word I'm looking for? Versatile. Because like if you go back far enough, go back to like Top Gun. There's a I mean that's an action movie, right? All bang bang, fighter planes, action movie, and then there's a nice love interest and a love scene in it. So you can.
I think he has tons of range. I just mean as a person, like he comes across as like in
If you forgive his.
Not because the thing is, a lot of actors are Scientologists because of like tax reasons or for networking reasons. Tom Cruise comes across as if he like genuinely believes Scientology.
Like if you said, because I have heard that as an actor, he's a bit of an asshole on set. But when I
Yeah.
looked into those stories, he just looks like he's very serious about the role.
Yeah.
Like he'll
Yeah.
take on a leadership role. And I don't mind that. Like he's been working as an actor since what? He was like 15. He knows how to act. He knows his.
Yes,
he
he
knows to a certain level. He probably does know what the director's trying to go for when he's going for stuff. So if he told me to do something and I was on the set with him, I'd do
Yeah.
it. If he told me to jump, I'd jump. I wouldn't want to because he's jumping off a fucking plane, and I don't want to do that.
Camel in chat says that Kevin Conroy also worked in a kitchen serving first responders, so that's pretty good. I didn't know about that one.
I don't know who that is.
I know he was the voice of Batman in the animated series. I don't know what else he's done, but he's an actor.
Mm-hmm. There was a story. There was a movie that Tom Cruise did, which is kind of funny because he's too short for the role. But he was attacked by aliens and they killed him, and then he woke up the next day and he did the whole thing all over again. And he kept dying and coming back the next day and reliving the life. It was kind of like Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
And the actress that was with him, his love interest in the movie, they were in a drop ship, which is a ship that you can drop people from underneath it. It's got an open bay, like a bomb bay where you could just drop bombs. Well, it would drop humans, and they were hanging in these very uncomfortable suits above a soundstage, and his love interest was with him. I forget what her name is. I'm sure Assassin or somebody will tell me who that person was. Yeah, Live, Die, Repeat. Edge of Tomorrow. Yep, based on the All You Need Is Kill. Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
I love chat. I love chat.
Yeah.
But
who needs Wikipedia or Grok? We have chat.
Right, we have chat. I have a much wider range of knowledge anyway, and they're much faster. Yeah. But she's hanging, and it's kind of uncomfortable for the guys and the girls. It's really tight for the girls, and the guys are pretty much having their private split down the middle, kind of deal, where one thing is on one side and the other thing is on the other side. And she's looking at him and she's crying, literally crying because it hurts so much. And he looks at her and smiles and says, "It's a challenge." It made me laugh because it's just like, he's unflappable, when it comes to, bearing through things that are difficult to do. He was the whole reason that that movies opened up after COVID anyway. He called up a movie producer, and they were talking about the movies they were doing. And Tom Cruise's movie was shut down because of COVID, and so was the other guy. But when they were talking, Tom Cruise says, "Oh no, we're filming. We're filming. We just understand it's COVID and all that kind of stuff. We're being careful and we're still filming." Well, the other guy went back to the studio and said, "Well, if Tom Cruise is filming, why can't we film?" Yeah. So they started filming. So both of them started filming, even though that no one ever gave them the permission to. They just Tom Cruise decided he was going to say that, even though he wasn't. And once the other guy started filming, Tom Cruise went to his management and said, "They're filming. Why can't we film?" And of course, it's Tom Cruise, and he has a good point. So he was the one who got the filming business working again by lying.
Well, I mean, good on him.
Yeah. But I think was that also a Graham Norton story, I think? Where he
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's something that he said on Graham Norton, I think. He's like starts it off with saying like don't tell anybody I did this, but
yeah, we'll only tell the entire world.
Yeah. So I don't know. He is a talented actor. I will give him that. He's in
of course. Yeah.
What was the Risky Business?
That was
his big breakout hit. That was kind of a comedy, kind of.
Yeah.
Right? And he did a bunch of action stuff. He did a couple of dramas. There was one with oh shit, I'm never gonna remember her name. I can't even describe her. Where it was a young teen love couple, a little bit of nudity in it.
Okay. No, any actor who was in Tropic Thunder gets brownie points with me. So Tom Cruise, he gets them.
And the thing is, you almost can't tell it's him. He's bald and old and in a dress shirt. Yeah.
They also lost a couple of big stars too. Like, I know it's been like 2 years, and I can't remember everybody's name, but like, Gene Hackman and then Julian Assange. Like, I know they're weird deaths, but like they were kind of big in Hollywood.
Julian Assange? Is
Uh-huh.
he a political prisoner?
Not Assange. No, it is. I'm probably mangling his last name, but he went out hiking and he died.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he got trapped out in a storm, and I guess the elements killed him.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just there's been a couple of hits to Hollywood, you know, like natural deaths too, you know, but yeah, Julian Sands. Sorry, thanks, Ray.
I've got bad news for you, Hammer. It wasn't your power that brought about the end of the stream. In chat.
Hi, Jack.
We have been struck by Jack. We must get off the air now.
Yeah. But yeah, he says Tom Cruise was stellar in that movie. Presumably he means Tropic Thunder, but he might have been referring to a different movie.
The poll is up. Those who want to.
And apparently Malcolm Jamal Warner drowned a couple of days before Ozzy died.
Yeah.
I've heard the name, but I don't know who that is.
I didn't want to go straight to Ozzy because Ozzy was more of a singer than necessarily an actor. Like, I don't consider his show to be acting because it was
no
video. Yeah. Not saying he couldn't have. I just don't really recall him in like a role where he was not himself.
And Gunsky says, whispers to Terry, a second Jack has hit the stream. Frosted says Theo from the Cosby Show, I guess, is what he's talking about. Theo Huxtable on Cosby Show. Okay. I didn't watch the Cosby shows, but I'm like broadly familiar with some of the character names. I know that Bill Cosby was Cliff Huxtable, and I knew there was a Theo, but I don't know much of the others.
Yeah, he would have been the son. That's still sad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want any random actor to die. It's always, you know, a sad thing. But yeah, I mean, I didn't know who he was because, like I said, I didn't watch the Cosby Show. So
I kind of do remember. It's just it's remembering the TV show that I haven't watched since my childhood. So it's like, yeah, I do remember the character, but I don't remember him in anything else. And that's just not saying he didn't do other things. He probably did.
I'm sure he did. Yeah, no, it's not a show that I ever watched. I don't know why. It just, I mean, it was on TV down here. It's just I never really watched it. I think most of my Black family sitcom viewing was The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Mm-hmm. The thing that bothers me about this is when actors are good actors and they're cut down in their youth. It's such a waste. That's what bothers me the most. It was the.
Oh, I mean, people dying young is always sadder than if
the guy who played Joker, Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Good actor, really solid, good actor, and he died. And then, the girl from Sin City, the girl from Clueless, same girl.
Brittany, yeah,
Brittany Murphy. Yeah, I felt bad about that. And the only other person that really bothered me was Whitney Houston. There's a talent there, you know, that we're never going to get back.
Yeah, I have my Whitney Houston yearly.
For me, what's his name? Alice in Chains. I'm blanking on Lane Staley. Like, obviously, it was like self-induced because he was a drug addict. But the fact that he died in his 30s, and like I really like the band, so it's kind of tragic that he died the way he did.
Who was the lead singer of Nirvana? Committed suicide?
Kurt Cobain.
Yeah. I'm not sure if what that was all about. Personally, I think Courtney Love had a lot to do with it.
That's the theory. That seems to be a very common theory.
Is that the theory? Because that's just my feeling.
The theory is that she was a gold digger, and
Yeah.
like when you look into it, it looks like fans looking to blame somebody.
Look,
She
I
could
no
have been
idea.
a gold digger and still not done anything, you know?
Of course, yeah. Look, I have no idea. I'm not definitively stating Courtney Love did anything, but I'm just saying I've heard a lot of people suggest that she is at fault for Kurt Cobain's suicide.
Yeah, I hear you, Camel. I am probably one of the few people out here who know who Anton Yelchin is, and
I do not.
yeah, most people don't. He played Chekhov in the new Star Trek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, played a really good part. He's talking to the computer and trying to give the computer his password, and he's like saying, "Woot 3-3 woot," and the computer's saying, "What the fuck are you talking about? What's a woot?"
Yeah.
Because he's Russian, he can't pronounce it in English, so he has to.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah,
Misfit.
I'm trying to think of. Oh yeah, hey Misfit. I'm trying to think of who else died that was like
A
upsetting.
lot of the child stars, actually. Like there was a couple who had neurological problems. Like one of the Nickelodeon kids, I think, or he might have been Disney, I can't remember. But like one day he went to bed and then had a stroke overnight and didn't wake up.
Let's be honest. A lot of teenagers had strokes in bed. That's normal.
I see what you did there.
Yes, but no. I mean, obviously, a kid having a stroke is like, as in a medical stroke, is tragic. That's horrible.
And then I remember like a third of the Glee show ended up cursing the show because they died. Like the one guy was drug induced, like he had a drug overdose, and then the girl drowned. Like she went out on a boat and then like weird deaths, you know?
Yeah, I know about like half of Leonard Skinner died in a plane crash. I know that happened. That was another.
Ilea died in a plane crash.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that it would be a common cause of death for like someone who spends a lot of time touring and like spends a lot of travel time. So it does make sense that.
The thing is, that one could have been avoided because they overloaded the airplane, and the pilot said, "We're overloaded, but we should be okay." And she went anyway. And
okay, yeah.
That's actually a few times. It looks like that was the case. Like, you know, they're taking advice or not taking advice, and then they just do it anyway.
But like I don't know Ilea. Like I know of her because Hammer's mentioned her before, but I don't know what she did or
she
was a
singer, yeah,
R&B singer, yeah.
And then she played as a vampire. Yeah, well, she was a vampire in one of the
Blade.
No, it was Anne Rice books. Oh. So I think it was the second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was a vampire queen.
The only Anne Rice book I know is Interview with the Vampire. That's the only one.
It's the one after that. I just
I don't know what it's called. That is literally the only Anne Rice book that I know the name of.
He was in a movie with Jet Li called Romeo Must Die.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was actually a good movie. I know Ilea and Jet Li are kind of an odd pair, but it was actually a really good movie.
Yeah, I got help.
So a lot of people in chat are saying Queen of the Damned. So I'm guessing that's the vampire movie that Jenny's thinking of.
Yep. It's been a while since I've watched it. I've read all the books. I just that was my teenage years. Was Anne Rice.
She played a shocker. So okay. I will assume that he's correct.
It's supposed to be Egyptian. So I don't blame you for not being able to pronounce it either.
No idea.
Well, why don't we change topics from something a little less dreary?
Yeah, it's after Halloween. You're supposed to appreciate the dead before.
So let's talk about the plane crash.
Ah,
So apparently, like half of Leonard Skinner died in it.
Yeah, here we go. There's a dash cam from, I saw it on Twitter, from a trucker who was facing the area where the plane crashed, and the plane was, the left wing was on fire and was dragging on the ground as the
Jeez.
plane crashed, and it was turned over. It was turned over so you were looking at the top of the airplane when it hit the ground, and it skidded for a while before it didn't come in at a 90-degree angle, come straight down. It was sideways, skimming the ground with the bad wing. But apparently the wing itself caught fire, and the engine blew up. So
oh no.
wasn't much wing to hold up that side, so it tilted over and then impacted the ground. Kind of skidded.
Yeah.
You just reminded me of a thing that John Cleese did way back in the day called How to Irritate People, and he was like playing the role of like a pilot, and he would make an announcement: "There is no cause for concern. The wing is not on fire." And like there was nothing wrong with the plane. He was just trying to freak everyone out. And it's like you telling the story just reminded me is like the wing is not on fire. And then he was like, now in a situation like this, it's very important to. And then he hits the button and goes shh.
Like he lost.
Yeah, and then he comes back and says, "So please do that, or we will all die."
Terrible. Funny. There was another video. I have to lose my mind. Getting old and trying to remember these things. Of a plane taking off. The video is from inside the plane, like a passenger. Okay. And you're watching it lift off, and he's kind of panning around the people, and you hear this bump, 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 bump. And then it stops, and I guess it was loud enough inside the plane for people to be scared. You know, a lot of white knuckle flyers and that kind of stuff. Everyone's like, ooh. The pilot gets on the thing and says, "What you heard was the engine discharging static electricity." He says, "It does it all the time. It's normal for this plane."
Oh, okay.
Nothing to worry about. And that was it. And everyone's like, "Oh, well, okay then." So it was just to see everybody go from, "Oh my God, we're all going to die," to, "Oh, everything's fine."
Yeah.
You know, because he was so matter of fact and so calm about it that everyone was like, "Well, he's telling the truth. He's right. We're not all going to die. Everything's going to be fine."
Keegan is asking if this was in Louisville. I have no idea.
I think it must be. If that's what's recent.
Yeah, I think if you just click on CNN or Fox News, it's gonna be like one of the top stories. That's where I got it from.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I couldn't tell you which one. Probably both.
One of my favorite plane stories, though, came from a meme that my buddy Batman posted, and it was the one where the first jet plane was flown by a guy dressed up in a gorilla outfit with a stogie because he wanted to fuck with the heads of everybody else, because at the time the only planes flying had propellers. So when they would go in,
the way you said my buddy Batman is like, you know,
that's his nickname. What can I mean, there's like so many people who go by Batman.
No, I know, it's just funny. It's like just casually, yeah, you know, I'm friends with Batman. You know, he's busy fighting the Joker at the moment. But like, when he gets back from that, he'll have more articles to talk to me about.
I figured that was safer than using his other nickname, which is the furry bastard.
Yeah.
You know, at least you know who I'm talking about then.
Yeah, I know who it is. He was on Clippers all the time.
Good. Yeah, no, he said that on a Discord, and it was funny.
Yeah. But it's just the way you said it. No, my buddy Batman.
My buddy Batman.
Batman.
Yeah, he's been around in a while. Sometimes that worries me because he lives in England, and I'm like, okay, I know you like to post a lot, sir. Don't get yourself arrested.
Yeah, that is a concern if you're in England.
And really, it's going to start affecting the rest of the West if England doesn't course correct, because people are going to be saying, look, you don't support freedom of speech anymore.
I don't.
You're really not part of the West anymore if you don't support freedom of speech. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point Trump says, "Hey, you know, we're not gonna trade with you if you're gonna be putting people in jail for what they're saying."
I mean, I hope he does. I think that is a necessary thing to give England a kick up the butt and get them to stop being retarded.
It would be good for them. I don't think it's gonna happen though. I think England's gonna continue to go in the wrong direction, even if Trump says
Yeah, I
something
mean, of
like-
course. But I think unless Trump, like if Trump cuts off trade with England, then England will be like, so free speech, you say? Yeah, let's bring that back. We love it again.
Well, England's in pretty big trouble. If you listen to Trigonometry, there's been a lot of discussion on that show about how England and actually Europe in general has been in decline, but specifically England.
Oh, yeah.
They're very concerned. Some bad tax policies, the wrong government. Starmer's in charge and he's fucking everything up. They're very worried. They're very worried.
I like how you say they when it's Konstantin Kisin and some retard that no one cares about. Yeah, I know his name is Francis Foster, but he's some retard that no one cares about. It's Konstantin Kisin and that other loser.
Well, Konstantin Kisin does other things outside of trigonometry. I don't know what Francis does except for comedy, and I've never seen him.
Yeah,
do
he shouldn't do comedy. I've heard him try and be funny.
He's not.
No.
I've never seen him do anything else except for trigonometry.
Hmm.
There was a good.
No, I saw him advertise that he was doing a comedy thing, and the only reason I saw it is because I think Leo Kearse, who is a Scottish comedian, was going to be there as well, and so Leo retweeted the thing because he was part of the same thing, and yeah, Francis did not impress me.
Yeah, he's pretty good on trigonometry. They of course both of them spend most of their time listening, but Francis does make some good points. He's a little bit more emotional than Constantine is, but he does make a lot of good points. So he does a good job on that show. I don't think anyone else could do better without outshining Konstantin Kisin. I mean, if you put Ben Shapiro on there, suddenly Constantine doesn't look all that sharp. But
right. It's kind of like the Simon and Garfunkel thing where even if Paul Simon is the one that sort of like gets all the credit and like the appreciation, Art Garfunkel is still a major contributor to the success of the group, but Paul Simon is like the one that everyone thinks of as like the talent. Yeah,
the problem I have with trigonometry is they're in England, so most of their subject is about England. We need a trigonometry here for the United States, and they thought about at one point moving here. And most of the people who watch their show are Americans, but they do a lot of England content. And I'm just like, Starmer bad. Okay. So I got to do something else today. You know, I can't sit here and listen to this.
No, it's the same with the Lotus Eaters because they're based in England. It's like Sargon's group. And so if you're not interested in UK politics, then a lot of what they talk about is just not going to be for you.
Yeah. But they were going to move to the States. I don't know if they would have changed their content to be more American centric or not, but
I don't think they would. I think the point of moving to America would be to escape the free speech, the anti-free speech laws in the UK.
Yeah,
that would be the main reason to move.
They're subject to it too. It's not just on Twitter. If you do it on YouTube, you say something like X culture is terrible or something like that, they might come knocking on your door too.
They will.
It's sad to see England fall like this because they were the motherland for our three countries, and now they're making just bad decisions left and right. They're in trouble financially.
Just to call back to the start of the Rumble stream, throw every culture you can think of onto the list of cultures that I don't like. Just all of them. Just save yourself the time. This is like, the English. They could have been an exception. They're not anymore. On the pile they go.
But you like America. You like Canada.
I mean, I like America because most of my friends are American, to be honest.
You have to say it. Or all of your friends will be angry with you.
Yeah, but I mean, Canada. I mean, I like people from Canada, like individual people from Canada.
Yeah,
But
Canada's
I'm
awesome.
yeah, Jen, Della. I'm sure there's others that I can't think of off the top of my head, but those are the two that spring immediately to mind. There
Sure.
are Sora, there you go. There are individual Canadians that I like, but as a collective, as a demographic, they voted for Justin Trudeau a lot. No, you you don't get forgiven for that.
Yeah, it's the same problem England has with Starmer. They keep selecting
Yeah,
people who
exactly.
are, but his days are numbered. I just don't know if they're going to be able to undo the things that he's done.
And Blue Eyed Scream says Terry's just a hater. Yeah, I really admit that.
So the winner of the poll, Billy Idol.
By quite a lot.
Funny thing is, when the polls first came up, there was another leader. So I went into my directory and I grabbed the file that had that band's music and I plopped it on my desktop. So when the end of the stream was up, I'd have it right there. And then the other band blew ahead. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I had to delete it, go out there and look again. So if you wonder why from time to time I get quiet for a second, it's because I can't talk and do stuff with my computer at the same time.
No, that's fair.
It's just not talented that way. I don't know if it's a guy thing or if it's a me thing or what, but
I think it's just a normal thing. Most humans can only actually focus on one thing at a time. Like you can sort of partially focus on a lot of things, but if you're actually concentrating on a single thing, you generally can't do a second thing at the same time.
Yeah, the right thing to do would be to put all 4 songs on my desktop, and that way, whoever I pick, I just double click on them.
Yeah, that works. That
would be the right thing to do, but that would be more show setup, and that's something I don't want to do. Tony Blair put England into a death spiral by mass importing the Saracens, Bajids, and Sub-Saharans. Okay. I'm not sure who those people are.
Well, Pajids are Indians. It's a derogatory term.
Oh, okay.
And Sub-Saharan is obviously Africans.
Oh.
I don't know who the Saracens are, but
I thought the Saracens were like Wales and Ireland and Scotland.
I would say that's unlikely because Assassin says Tony Blair imported them. He wouldn't have been importing those countries. So I would say that whoever they are, Prophetess Arabs, that would have been my guess.
I thought Saracen was Sarasan, Saracen.
I don't know.
My spelling is not as good as it used to be. YouTube censors Arab? Really?
That Frosted was able to say it, so that's weird.
Arab.
Yes. Yeah. Dan New Systems replacement. I like how no one knows the guy's name. It's just like Susan is not the CEO anymore, so some other guy is. Everyone knew Susan Wojcicki. No one knows the new guy.
Oh, at the end of the stream that Matt Christensen does, it's mentioned in a clip, is Raja Muhan is the guy's name. Raja Muhan.
No.
Raja Muhan.
No. Raja is a title, so his name's Neil Mohan.
Oh, is it Neil?
Yeah. When you said Mohan, it's like, okay, yeah, that's right. It's Neil Mohan. But Raja is like a title in India. That's why he's calling him that.
Susan Wiki, yeah. Somebody else watches the show besides me.
Well, I mean, I know who Susan Wiki is just by.
Yeah, I don't listen to the show much anymore because Blonde is not there.
Yes, and Cynic says some Jeet, which I think is
okay.
One way of describing the CEO.
It might be a little on the edge, some Jeet.
Yeah.
But it really
some young Jeet.
I don't think YouTube has gotten worse since Susan left. I think it's just as bad, but maybe a little bit better. What do you think?
I mean, I don't really try and say anything that edgy in YouTube chat because usually I'm the one talking into the microphone, not the one in chat. So as long as I'm on a channel where people don't mind me getting their channel in trouble, then I'll just say whatever I'm gonna say.
But
So
does it
basically,
seem,
anywhere but minions, I'll just say the words I want to say, and there usually isn't a problem.
do you think that YouTube is better or worse than it was under Susan Jen?
I think it's worse.
Oh, really?
I mean,
More-
don't get me wrong, she was bad too, but like this guy is gonna hire a bunch of bots, and it's the system that flags other people. Like our channel doesn't get us flagged anymore because somehow our channel our
Everybody in our chat, all the people who are actually in the shows for the shows that we do on Minions, pretty much behave themselves. So
yeah.
You do.
we got in trouble for things we did in the past. We've never really gotten in trouble for things we've done currently.
Yeah.
And Gunsky says this is Terry's way of saying Hammer doesn't let him say what he wants. Well, it's not that. It's that Minions is a shared channel. So if I get the channel in trouble, then it's every single minion that suffers. So I don't want to jeopardize, like 30, 40 people's access to the channel. Whereas on Gunsky's show, it's pretty much just Gunsky that would suffer if his channel got banned. Or on the corner, it's pretty much just Frosted, me, Gunsky, and Moonshock that would feel the ramifications of that. So the stakes are a lot lower.
I think the other people are a little bit more on the edge than you are too, all things considered.
Yeah. I'm of the mind that just say what you want. Like I'm not going to deliberately try and offend people, but I'm also not going to hold back from offending people. It's just if I think a certain word is the right word for what I'm trying to convey, I'll say it. Yeah.
Ricky Gervais had a good point when he's talking about offense. He says, just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm just not that person. I've never been that person. I don't try to offend. I'll stick up for myself, but I just don't have it in me to say something that I don't know. I just can't find in me something to say that's particularly offensive.
No, but like
I don't have those views.
Yeah, but like if using the word what's a minion friendly equivalent? Digger. Yes. So a digger.
Jogger.
A jogger.
Yeah.
A distinguished gentleman. If using that word is going to be appropriate for the thing that I'm trying to convey, then I'll say it. Except on Minions, because I don't want to get the channel in trouble. But if I'm on like the corner or on Games with Terry, and it seems appropriate, I'll just say it.
Yeah, we are the Boy Scouts of the internet, I think, or at least YouTube.
Yeah,
we're a little bit more vocal on Rumble, but not a lot.
Yeah, and Frosty says adhesive American because that dumb black girl glued her hair like ages ago. It was like Gorilla Glue, and she put it in her hair for some reason, and
I remember that.
Set.
Yeah, and her hair was pasted directly to her head.
Yeah, it was because of course it was.
Is there anything that dissolves Gorilla Glue?
I'm guessing I found something.
Well, I assume the skin underneath would eventually exude oil because your body does that, and skin cells would die. So at some point it would come loose, but then you'd have to use like a razor blade to get underneath it,
Yeah. I'm sure they came up with some solution to the problem, but yeah, I didn't follow the story after it left the news cycle.
We never heard what that was.
No, I couldn't tell you what happened.
Well, it is 10 bells, almost exactly.
It is.
So I'm not going to push my luck any further than I have to.
Yeah, that's probably why.
It is time to go. Unless you guys have something else.
I'm good.
Not really, no.
Okay.
Just feeling bad for New York.
Yeah,
Get what you asked for.
Yeah.
Sorry, buds.
Yeah.
you get what you fucking deserve.
All right, let's get out of here. Thanks, fam, as always, for chatting with us tonight. If you can't wait for the next Wednesday show, remember the Minions are live every evening except Thursday, with most shows starting around 11:30 p.m. Eastern, 6 days a week. Post and start times are linked in the description down below. Don't forget about the Rumble pre-show. A stream will generally start half an hour before YouTube, 8:30ish. We will be back next Wednesday at 9 p.m. as usual, as long as the weather allows us. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and we'll see you again next week. Have a great night.
See you later, guys.
Say good night, Jen.
Good night.